Hi guys, welcome to Maths Cube. Today we are doing the second question of the pure mathematics of P3 of Jan 2021. So without further ado, let's get started. This is of graphs and function, algebra and quadratic function graphs. So let's get into it. Figure 1 shows a sketch of curve with equation y equal to f of x, where x is all real numbers and f of x is a polynomial. The curve passes through the origin and touches the x-axis at the point 30. Okay, that's here. And there is a maximum turning point at 1, 2 and a minimum turning point at 30. On separate diagrams, sketch the curve with equation. That's the I part, y equal to 3 of f 2x, and the second part is y equal to f of minus x minus 1. On each sketch, show clearly the coordinates of the points where the curve crosses the y-axis, any maximum or minimum turning points. Okay, fine, there's total of 6 marks and those are 2 graphs each. So I'll be drawing here, so give me some time to sketch it here. There you go, I've drawn the y-axis and x-axis, and remember guys, the sketch doesn't have to be a perfect one, so you don't have to write all the points where the coordinates match and all. So the I part states that y equal to 3 of f and the function inside is 2x. So I'll give you a tip on how to solve these questions without any knowledge on it. So if you have 3 of f here, this implies that the function will only differ in the y-axis. The y-axis will change vertically or horizontally, that doesn't matter, but it will only change in y-axis. And here in this box or in this here bracket, it will only change to x-axis only. And we knew that our points or the coordinates on our figure 1 has 3, 0 and 1, 2, and we knew that this 3f function changes the y values only. So what we'll do is we have 0 here, so 0 into 3 won't do anything better, so we'll move on to this this coordinate, and this coordinate has a y value of 2. So what we'll do is we'll multiply every value with 3, so that will become 6. And now we're done with the y values. Moving on to the x values. So whenever in the bracket there's a value that is being multiplied with any value, like x is multiplied with 2 here, so whenever it's being doubled, it will shrink to half, so everything opposite happens. So that's 2x, and it will become half x, so every x value will become half of it. And our final coordinates after going through some changes will be 1.5 and 0 and 0.5 and 6. So now we'll draw this and we'll sketch this on the graph here. Our graph will take this shape similar to what we had in figure 1, but some altercation had been done to this graph, and I'll mention all the labels here. There you go, this size 0.5 and 6, that is almost 6 because we are just drawing a rough sketch, and that's 1.50. If it was a 3, then it would have come here, it would have landed here and then had a slope from this side, but it had shrunk to half of the value of 3. And this is how you draw the first part of it, and those are 3 marks done. Now moving on to the second part. So our second question states that y equal to f of minus x in the brackets minus 1. So guys, before our function was similar to like this, the shape was like this, right? But this function is a reflection over y-axis. Why? Because there in the bracket it says minus x, so it will reflect in the opposite side and it will go like this. So I'll draw it in a minute. First, what we'll do is we'll just mark our coordinates first. So for every x value, what we'll do is we'll just add a subtraction or minus sign here, so that will be minus 3, and for 1, 2, that will be minus 1. And for the y value, now that we are done with the x values, moving on to the y value here, f of minus x minus 1. So for this value it will contradict for the y-axis, and it will be for vertical displacement, so the y values will move 1 unit down. So -1 will be 1 unit down. So our final coordinates will be -3 and -1, and for the second one -1 and -1. So I'll be drawing this graph here, shifting it to the left position, and that's how our graph will look like. I'll just give the labels down. So the maximum turning point will be -1 -1, and the minimum point will be -3 -1, and that's how you transform the graphs. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos from these series.